Hey, folks, welcome to Soaring Profits. We're back here again in our beautiful setting, and everyone's talking about right now Elon Musk, Tesla, Twitter, all the things that are going on in the world right now. And one of the things that we've been wanting to talk about for the last little while is doing a bit of a deep dive into Tesla. What is Tesla? Is it just a car company? Is it the future? What's it doing right now? And James, one of the things that you and I have had some conversations about in the past is full self-driving, so FSD. So right now, Tesla has introduced this FSD in their beta format, which allows the car basically to drive itself. Have you seen any of these videos that are out there right now in the beta?
So I've seen a couple of the videos. I do know that there was an accident in one of them, which was kind of
You're
fun
going to
to
be
watch.
that guy right off the hop,
I'm gonna
eh?
be that guy right off the hop. Well, so that's part of my problem with them is that I like driving. Part of my life is driving. I just enjoy it. I like putting on good tunes and driving, enjoying the sunshine. And I just feel that if the car is driving itself, I worry about that. I worry about the fact that it's a computer that can be hacked by many things. It could take away, my grandkids. Like I worry about that because maybe I'm older and I'm naive and I have a tinfoil hat this time. But what if
About
you
time.
send your grandkids to school? Like we've talked about that. You could send your kids to school in the car. They pop out. Your car comes back to you, and then you would be free to do stuff. But what if someone hacks into that car and they
Well, so
take your kids
let's
somewhere else? Look at us
let's talk
jump
about
far,
right. Yeah, we're
way
jumping way into
far.
this. So
Yeah,
let's talk about the tech first and foremost. So
sure.
Tesla, founded by Elon Musk. Obviously, we've got a lot of news right now about Elon, who's just
Oh,
purchased Twitter, is in a situation right now where the stock market is wondering what to do. He's in a position where he really could tank the market because of, we've talked about this in one of our earlier videos about the margin, the debt that he's taking on against his Tesla shares. What one of the things that we want to talk about is the technology that Twitter is, because they're not just a car company. And this is where I think a lot of people are losing the evaluation of Twitter. They're not just a car company. They're
you mean
more than a
Tesla?
car company. Sorry, what did I say? Twitter. I apologize.
Twitter.
We're going to do this all day.
Yep.
Tesla is not just a car company. And everyone's
No.
like, wow, they make a vehicle. It's got four wheels. It's got all that sort of thing. Tesla is creating a product that is eventually going to drive itself. They're going to create a line of robo taxis. And I know that that's a really hard concept to kind of understand, but robo taxis are going to eliminate the need for drivers. That's crazy. Like that's like the horse being eliminated from the car. Like it's hard to really fathom that. That's going to be a paradigm shift that we've never fathomed yet. So when we have this technology, once full self-driving FSD, which is in beta format now, and folks, you guys can go on YouTube and you can check out FSD beta videos for Tesla. It's amazing. These cars, yes, they have their hiccups. Yes, it's a work in progress, but these cars, they more or less drive themselves. So what
True.
this is now you have a product that isn't just a car, it's a technology company. It's so much more than just Ford or GM or Toyota or Honda. I think personally, I think Tesla is going to be the death. And I know this is a big statement that it is going to be the death of legacy automakers that I've just named.
It could be the death. Like I think you're a long way going because there's guys like me, hardcore old men, who probably aren't going to jump on the Tesla. There's the price gap that obviously
Right.
they have to figure out. If they don't figure out that price gap, then it's not going to take off the way they're hoping. I
So what is
really
your price
think
gap?
everyone I so like I can buy a $40,000 car, and
Okay.
that'll do my family and me for 10, 20 years.
So here,
But
so
I go
what
to
if
buy a Tesla,
right?
and your smallest Tesla is what, 80 grand?
Yeah, you're in Canada, you're probably $75,000-$80,000 right
Right,
now. By the time you
right.
get into the Tesla 3,
So how does a family who can't afford a house buy a Tesla?
right? And I'm not saying that they're there yet. I think that the business model for Elon, when it really takes off, and when he's going to scale this to a level of global automotive domination, if you will, because this guy's kind of that guy. Uh, you're going to find that he's going to have a $25,000 or $35,000 car that's going to do exactly that. And the reason I say this is that let's take you, the nuclear family, you, wife, 2 kids, dog, cat, and an Uncle Sam, right? And you're at home and you've got to get to work in the morning. You got to get your wife to work in the morning, and the 2 kids have got to get off to school. Okay.
Mhm.
If you're able to have your vehicle right now, you've got 2 cars. Let's say you've got an average car payment of each vehicle, let's say $500. Okay. You've got insurance of, let's call it an extra $100. You got $600. Let's take gas. Let's take oil changes. Let's take all of the maintenance issues that go into maintaining an ICE, so internal combustion engine vehicle, regular vehicles that are right there right now. When you start adding 40,000, that $500 a month payment,
Mhm.
insurance, maintenance, all of these things, if you could have one vehicle that has the capability of taking you to work, coming home, taking your wife to work, coming home, taking your children to work, coming home. Now, this is the kicker. This is where Tesla kills everybody. While you folks are at work, while your children are at school, Tesla can go out through its robo taxi technology and pay for itself. It can drive your neighbor to work. It can drive the guy down the street. It can run around downtown picking up fares like Uber. This technology kills any other competition because it's not only solving self driving, the technology is solving for vision.
So I
That's
agree
crazy.
with you on multiple levels there. Like I think there's some problems, there's some issues. One is insurance. Insurance is going to be something that the insurance companies are going to have to figure out.
This is a
Because if
beautiful
you
thing.
have
Stop,
a
hang on.
lone person in a car, so my car goes and picks up a drunk
Sure.
and they start trashing the car from the inside. Now we
Yep.
got to figure out who's responsible for that damage.
So
What
this is
kind
the
of
beautiful thing.
insurance?
This is what Tesla's already solved. Tesla has an insurance company branch. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I wasn't.
Tesla has a branch of insurance. And the reason they're able to insure and vastly different than other insurance companies is because every vehicle they have has multiple cameras. So you have cameras inside the car, outside the car, perimeter. They literally have all the footage of every accident that has ever been had in a Tesla vehicle.
Right.
Well, okay.
I don't know about you, but when you were in high school, things happened in the car. So do they have footage of that? Like, at which point do we say that they have too much information about us? Like,
Right.
so that's the problem. Like, they will have access to that, and you're going to tell me that they won't because there's going to be all these privacies and stuff like that. Like right now, my computer is watching me with my Oculus, I'm sure, because it has like anyone can hack into it, and that's a thing. Like pretty much, we are always on some sort of TV, and I get that too.
I wish you would do these with pants on. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I figure I'm
We don't have
alone.
legs. We don't have
I don't have any
legs.
legs. What the hell do I need pants for? But that's the
Right.
issue. Another issue that I have, and this is a growing issue for me right now. So I was at my local Giant Tiger, which I don't know, is that a Canadian company? So
Canadian.
if you're in the States, you might not know. It'd be like a small Zellers. No, Zellers is no more.
They're
Walmart,
killing it.
small Target, like a third of the size of a Target, and they had brought in the Robo cash machines. So I know two of my friends' kids work at the store. Well,
Right.
they're being slowly laid off, less hours, stuff like that.
100%. Yep.
McDonald's is doing the same thing where you can go in and you can purchase all that.
Yep.
And so now our kids, like when we were young, we would work at gas stations, we would work at convenience stores, we'd work at all these places, but those jobs are all gone. So where do they get their start? Now, that's important. So now we're going to take this tech that you're talking about, the robo
Yep.
cars. So that's going to take away truck drivers. It's going to take away cab drivers. It's going to take away Amazon delivery. It's going to take
Right.
away all these things that people who are just starting out or just trying to get their ground. Some I know Uber in Toronto. A lot of them are new because I've talked to them, because I like chatting. They're new immigrants. They've been here for maybe a year or two, trying to get traction through Uber. Well, if we take away that Uber, where are they going to be able to get traction? Where is that startup job?
So
So that's
this is
what
a great
concerns
point.
me.
This is a great point. And you're not going to like my next statement.
I know.
Tesla has came out with the Tesla bot, and it is a humanoid bot that is going to be able to do tasks, whether it be homemaking, being able to cook, be able to provide, or, and this is where I think Tesla bot will be vastly superior in profitability, in margin, in everything to do with the Tesla company to an exponential that I can't even say more than Tesla cars, because
Right.
Tesla bot is going to replace labor. Okay.
Yes.
So now here we are. One of the biggest things that we have to do in the next, 15 to 20 years is we are pivoting away from fossil fuels. Whether you like it, lump it, whatever, we are pivoting away from fossil
Totally.
fuels. Okay.
That's a thing. Yeah, I
So
agree.
the biggest issue we have is that the sun doesn't shine all the time and the wind doesn't blow all the time. So
Mhm.
we need to store energy. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to have batteries. We need to have a way of consuming and storing that energy. Well, the way that we have right now is lithium ion batteries and Tesla cells. This goes to another aspect of their business,
Mhm.
is going to be energy storage. Okay. So you've got cars, you have tech, you have storage, you have
Space
now
travel.
well, SpaceX, that's a different whole thing.
Yeah.
But now you have this Tesla bot who can take over lithium mining,
Right.
who's going to
Or
manage the
dangerous
production.
jobs.
100%.
Yeah. So then
Or
you take away
mundane
unions.
tasks.
You take away unions, picking fruit, for example. So it's not like we haven't gone through this. Like when I don't know, like, so
Steam
we went
engine.
from horses
Right.
to tractors.
Right.
So then we had to pivot so that you needed less people on the farm, less resources. So people had to pivot to a different job. But I just don't know where we get to the point where there is nothing. Like,
Well, so I think that this is where, and this is the scary part about Elon, is what is his goal? What is his end game? Because it becomes this, we hope that he's this benevolent dictator if he ends up producing all this. If you have
yeah,
a bot, like this is where I'm going to go back. I'm going to take us back just for a
sure.
second. The cars were the ability to solve for vision. Okay.
Right.
You and I have talked about this privately, but the car,
Yes.
when it's driving down the road, it has the ability to see all of its surroundings.
Everything.
It takes everything in.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not that it's coming up and following the lines like maybe some of your other vehicles that are out there. It's reading and reacting with all of the cameras and sensors around it in real time. Dog walks out in front, it sees dog, identifies
Right.
dog. Elon Musk and Tesla are not solving car driving, they're solving vision. Okay.
Right.
When
And
you
reaction time.
100%,
Yeah.
that is going to be exponentially safer than your reaction time and my reaction time, because I've got two cameras, you've got two cameras, you
Right.
react with those two cameras, where the Tesla vehicle, i.e., future of Tesla bot, i.e.,
Right.
future of Tesla, whatever they come up with next, is going to have multiple. So they react quicker, they react smoother.
Okay. But so for you, you have that generation year, like you and I have talked about this on a personal level. I like driving, so I want to be in control. So
Right.
here I am behind the wheel. The car in front of me stops on a dime.
Right.
I do not.
Okay.
So that, I think it's going to cause issues before it solves issues. If every car on the highway, which would be a beautiful thing, was going the same speed with the same bot,
Yep.
and they all stop because they all see like they all know, they're all connected, know the beaver's up ahead because the beaver went across the road.
Right.
They all stop. Perfect. But if James is behind them and he has his little car and he looks down, he hits the car in front of him because it stops on a dime and I do not.
I would argue that James is going to be priced out of the market. And the reason for that is that James is going to be like driving without a seatbelt, texting while driving while
Sure.
drunk. The human factor is going to be the unknown, and they are going to insure you out of existence.
Right.
They
So
are going to make sure.
what you're saying is the insurance costs of me being allowed to drive will
Right.
just keep on increasing every
Well,
year.
okay, so it doesn't even have to increase. It's that Tesla is going to have the ability to have so few accidents that
Right.
your 80, 90, $100 premium now takes into account maybe one, maybe two accidents in your
Sure.
driving history. Tesla
Wow.
is going to be able to give you $15 or $20 insurance, because
Right.
once they go to self-driving, the theoretical is that you will not have accidents.
Right.
That's
So
the
they don't have to
theoretical.
worry about it. Their damage will be like vandalism and
Right.
the fact that their batteries blow up. I'm kidding. I have no idea that that's true. I just made that up.
Right.
But
Don't sue me, bro.
yeah, don't sue
Sue
me,
me,
man.
bro. Yeah.
Elon, you have way too much money. I just can't do that.
Yeah. But if you
I'm
want to
kidding.
sue us, that's cool because we would get a ton of traction. It'd be
Oh
great.
my God. Could you imagine the Soaring Profits being sued?
Suing
Those two guys right
profits.
there being
Handsome
sued.
fellas. Yeah.
I think I don't know. Like I'm torn because I'm an older guy. I love technology. Like I enjoy editing all these films and stuff like that and that learning process. But I just think self-driving cars is a step beyond me, and I get that.
So you're not signing
like
up for Mars
I
travel?
am not signing up for Mars. I'm not signing up for a self-driving car. I really believe by the end of my lifetime, I'll be like 80 and losing my license because I'm an old man and I can't remember how to pull up my pants. And then I'll want a self-driving car. That would be perfect, right?
You didn't
But
even bring them today.
I didn't even bring them today. I didn't even bring my lower half.
Yeah.
But I think until that happens, I want to be in control of my own car. I
See,
really
I'm
like
at
it.
the
I want to get
I'm at the
myself a
point now.
1967 Corvette and
You see,
roof
you would,
down,
right? Yeah,
driving, music playing,
you
and
would.
the Tesla. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
doesn't thrill me.
So I'm with my family. My parents are getting to the age. I'm watching my, aunts, uncles, cousins, all that sort of thing, especially cousins, very old cousins, terrible cousins. They're probably watching.
If you're
Uh,
watching this, he talks about how old you are all the time.
right.
Ancient.
But they're getting the point now where it's like my family members are starting to drive by feel, if you know what I'm talking about, where you kind of
Yes, I
bump
do.
into it and then you keep moving
Yep.
on.
Yep.
So I would love to have that technology built in now where I'm able to send my mother, my daughter, all that sort of thing out and not have to worry
Right.
about it. And I think we're there. So that's the big part of Tesla. You're going to have the vehicle, there's going to be an entertainment component to driving that we've never
Sure.
had before. The robo taxis that are being launched here shortly, they're not going to have a steering wheel. Like we are 2 years away from robo taxis, no steering wheel, no nothing. That's amazing to me. The next part of this is that Tesla is going to kill legacy automotive for the basics only of you have legacy automotive up here. Let's say they sell manufacture 1 million cars a year. Okay.
Yeah.
They're trying to pivot into electric.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tesla down here is manufacturing probably by the end of the year. They figure, well, let's go different numbers. 10 million, 1.5 million is kind of what they're thinking is that with Giga Berlin and Giga Giga Texas with Shanghai, they're going to be able to do 1.5 million cars potentially. Okay. So what happens is every Tesla that is made eats into this pile over here.
Right.
Every
Sure, of course.
every facet of this.
I'm
This is
not buying
100%.
every time I buy a Tesla, I'm not buying a Ford, which I used to buy the Ford, and most
Right.
people, once you pick a car, you stick to that car.
Sure.
So Ford would expect next year the same people would buy
To come back for another car.
I get that.
So
but
here
now I'm
you
going to
are.
buy Tesla. So as Tesla goes up,
Right. So now
Ford,
here's the crazy
yeah.
thing. So Ford now comes out with their Mach line of cars, right? They've got the Mustang Mach E's, right? So that's their electric line. Well, they don't fit. They're cannibalizing themselves.
Right.
Tesla keeps growing. These manufacturers are cannibalizing their own business.
Right.
Okay. The reason that happens is because they have a dealership model that is a failing model.
Yes.
You open up your phone and you open the Tesla app and you buy your car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now let's get back to self-driving. The car shows up at your house tomorrow. You jump in your car and you drive your car. It drives you. There's no dealer. There's no one to sell you the extra warranty. There's none of that
No
garbage that people hate.
Yeah.
It's
There's
just
no
your car.
like 4 dealerships all having different prices.
Right. Well, and there's no margin for dealers.
Right.
It's just Tesla. So right now, Tesla's running at a 30% gross. Sorry, a 30% net on their profit on their cars. That's unheard of in the automotive industry.
Right.
30% is insane. Yeah. And they're looking to grow faster, stronger margins. We're in a supply chain crunch right now. They're doing 30%. Wait till Cybertruck comes out. The margins on that are going to be crazy.
Right.
They are going to kill legacy auto. And these guys like Ford came in today with their stock, and their forward guidance was, oh, we're looking forward to 2023. We think that we have pricing power. We're going to be able to continue to price ourselves through the market. And I think they're kidding themselves. GM is trying to give dividends back to their customers. They're trying to keep people attached to their business model.
They want to get the loyalty program going.
Right.
Hoping that, like, old guys like me, we're loyal to a company once we pick a company. And if you send us little things, we'll be more loyal to. I think that's what they're going for.
Well, I think they're trying to say that their stock price, their stock price is in a position right now where they realize that their growth is going to be dependent on a number of different factors, none of which they control.
Right.
You don't have supply chain. That's a problem. Your supply chain is controlled by offshore manufacturing in a lot of cases. Your parts, your chips, all those sorts of things. That's where we've been struggling.
That's why we don't have cars right now.
Right.
Where there's all these waiting lists, and why used cars are like
crazy
$5,000 more. Just insane.
30% more, 40% more on cars. Right?
All because they're waiting for some part that's not being built. Or
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think this has been an opportunity to kind of deep dive a little bit more into the what Elon is doing. I know that there's all kinds of things out there right now about Elon being
so many things.
Oh man, it's gone crazy, and I don't understand it. Like we talk about this a lot. Is look at the market, analyze the market, see where it's going to go, and that's where I think if we can deep dive into Tesla, you can have a better understanding of what Twitter means, why it means what it means, and what Elon's looking to do.
If you go back to our earlier videos, then look for Elon. It's a freedom of speech. Pat here talks about the market and draws what he thinks the market's going to do. At that point, we had no idea about Twitter. Nothing to do with Twitter. We didn't know. And then later on, you'll find it's called the Ilona
and the big red market. And Ilona is a little plan what happened. There was a Russian person that was close to the Kremlin, and he nicknamed Ilona, so we kind of played off that. So that's what that's all about.
It's just a little funny thing.
Right.
But so anyway, we pulled up the graph because it was still running, and it fit right in where Pat put. Unbelievable. Right. It was
and that's what we talk about, is that you're able to predict events. And that's where I'm saying, and there was a couple things that we talked about with the price of gas that we're going to come to, the West crude prices and that, where we kind of are predicting into June or July, whether we're going to be $130 a barrel or we're going to be down into the $60, $70 a barrel. And man, I would say that we are looking at $130 a barrel again. Just we keep talking about nuclear war. We keep talking about this stuff. So when you chart, you can understand a little bit more of where the market's going. You can start making a little bit more informed, thoughts on why the world functions the way it does. And that's why you guys tune in, right? That's why you guys watch us. So,
So I hope you like, share, subscribe. We're all over now. We're on TikTok, Twitter. No, not Twitter. Sorry. TikTok, Instagram.
Soon to be Twitter.
YouTube. We're going to hit Twitter soon. As soon as he gets re-platformed.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. It's a joke because he's a conservative.
Thanks.
Yeah. Another great talk. Thank you for enlightening me on the market. And I look forward to not driving a self-driving car.
We'll see. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. And we'll see you again soon. Catch us later.
Hey, folks. Thanks again for joining us at Soaring Profits. Patrick and James, please like, subscribe, and share.
And follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and of course, Facebook. And let's start a dinner table discussion right on this page right here. Let's start talking about the topics that we're talking about today.
Thanks again, folks. Appreciate it.